Hello and welcome to Graded Point Live. I am the host of the Graded Point Live, and these are my minions. Hello, minions.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
I like how you had no problem being called a minion.
I'm more of a sidekick than a minion, but I think it amounts to the same thing.
Pretty much. I just want to point out while we're, want everybody to check out. This is an actual panel from an actual Marvel comic book.
I cannot. Oh my god.
Yeah. The quote invented to be eye candy, but given better character development later crew. They think this She-Hulk is better character development. Apparently,
The She-Hulk had good character development before, and now
She-Hulk
who knows what
was a
bullshit
fully
they're putting in there
realized
now.
fine character before they did this to her.
Yeah.
And like I said, now she just grunts, and she's basically just the Hulk.
Well, she Hulk's a woman and she's getting older.
Holy crap! They put Jessica Jones in there.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Like she already had a good.
But Jessica Jones was never eye candy. That was Alias.
She was never in there as eye candy, and freaking she had a really good character development.
Mm-hmm.
And that was way before the SJW brigade.
Yeah, because her book was Alias, right? That was when she debuted.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
She actually debuted as
Or she a Spider-Woman at one point.
she was
like
Shimmer
an earlier
or
character.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
she was a very, very early superheroine, but it was one of those that they really just didn't know what to do with her.
Mm-hmm.
But then all of a sudden they gave her a fucking deep fucking story that
And married her to Luke Cage.
yeah, well basically
yeah.
Purple Man Killgrave or whatever.
Yeah.
That storyline happened and took her from like her flashbacks. Technically, she was supposed to be a superheroine before he brainwashed her, and that was causing her to be a bitch and then open up Alias instead.
Okay. Well, forget the writing here with the whole, with Gwenpool here, because that is an ass pool of a character if I ever saw one.
Jesus, right?
Look at, scroll over here. What's going on with Atlas and Black Cat's eyes?
What the fuck? Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna have to zoom way the fuck in. What the hell? Oh, so everybody is Deadpool now. Like
everybody's
knows
on bath salts.
Everybody became a Florida man.
That's not inaccurate.
No, it's not.
Jesus. For fuck's sake, Marvel.
Yeah.
Just throw in the towel.
Yeah, please. Yes. Okay. So now that we've gone over how bad that is, let's go to worse. We go from this tonight's schedule is going to go from bad to worse to god awful. And I think Piper, she's already seen what god awful is, and she's
oh my god.
I think people have been wanting us to talk about it, so here it is. Here's some, here we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the Chinas and how they've been controlling our companies and wilding out. So,
and why none of it is wrong in any way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
And we absolutely love the People's Republic of China.
Yeah.
They make the best shoes.
Yeah.
They use such tiny hands in order to make them, so they can get the detail.
I point you all to the stream because I'm about to open up a image.
And their lead-based paints have the best flavors.
Here is I just want to show you a picture of an image that never happened in the streets of Stormwind. Just to let you know, this never happened. This didn't. Just want everybody to be aware. This did not happen. But anyway, so Blizzard is, quote, assessing the situation after Hong Kong protest ban. Maybe you should have done that before you did what you did.
Yeah, maybe you should have thought, like, for a second.
Mm-hmm. Pro Hearthstone player Blitzchung says his free speech has been violated. No kidding.
Yeah.
No kidding. So here we go. Blizzard is considering its options as fans around the globe react to its decision to ban Hearthstone esports player, better known professionally as Blitzchung. I'm not going to try to pronounce that name.
Blitzchung is probably as close as you're getting.
Yeah. After he voiced support for the protests in Hong Kong during a live post-match interview. 2 days after pulling down his gas mask and calling to, quote, liberate Hong Kong on the live stream, Chung's winnings from Grandmasters tournament were rescinded. He was banned from pro play for a year, and ties were cut with the 2 Taiwanese casters who happened to be on camera at the time. Now, they weren't, to be fair, they were not on camera. They were clearly behind their desks.
They didn't know he was going to do what he was
the
going to
desk.
do.
Yeah, they went under the desk. It's fine.
As soon as he started pulling, they were like, "We need to get down. We need to not be." And
well, in fact, from the translation, they actually say, "Okay, we have. I believe you. Before we go, you have 8 words to say." And then he said what he said while they were going under the table.
That's why, because they knew.
Yep. It's a violation of free speech, Chung told Engadget. I'm pretty sure I won't be get that kind of punishment for my speech if my speech was pro-China government. Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
That's the key right there. If he just said, glory to the People's Republic, been no problem. He would have got banned.
And I gotta say this because how are all these companies openly supporting allowing China to do human experimentation and organ harvesting on their prisoners, not to mention all of their copyright infringement left and right that fucking screws artists and creators all the goddamn time. And openly supporting that, like,
well, it's
already
funny.
looks stupid.
It's funny you mentioned copyright, Piper, because guess who just won their copyright battle in China?
Oh shit!
Against a smaller game company that used assets and names of characters almost exactly like the characters found in the Warcraft series.
They won the case against World of Warcraft.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Imagine my shock.
Are you saying, Rapture, are you saying that there was some butt rubbing going on?
I would never say anything of the sort because the People's Republic of China is completely infallible and has done nothing in any way, shape, or form wrong in any of the past 37 decades where it is.
Oh no, they got him.
Yeah. Just like what in 1989 when absolutely nothing happened around August in Tiananmen Square.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are you talking about? Nothing happened. There was a huge party. Cake was served.
I don't even know why you would bring it up. There's no reason to do so.
Well, I mean,
Gods Unchained is paying him the money they rescinded. Here's the thing I gotta say about the article that I read about it happening. They cited a rule that there's supposed to be no political talk and this and that. However, other people cited right back that rule is during tournament coverage. And what he said was after the tournament was over and he already won.
And also, as Rapture pointed out offline earlier, it literally says Blizzard can rescind your money for any reason.
Yeah, no, the specific rule they're stating, like, when people were like, no, you're talking about the rule that you can't say anything during tournament play, then Blizzard was like, oh, well, we have this other rule. And if you go to it in the book, it's like, at any point in time, if Blizzard deems your conduct, and this is any point in time, on a Blizzard stream, off a Blizzard stream, anywhere. If you do anything Blizzard doesn't like, they can rescind your prize money. You may have to pay it back. and you can receive a permanent ban.
Now,
Jesus Christ! No, when did they make that rule? Like a couple days ago?
Oh god, it started with disguised toast in the brawl or the pub series or whatever the fuck.
Well, yeah, but I know what you're talking about.
I really think the rescinding money that was technically already earned.
Yeah, but here's
is
the thing.
Bullshit. Banning them, fine, but
here's the thing. Okay, so he was banned. Okay, let's look at this. Try to look at it like a little bit arbitrarily, right? Let's play a little devil's advocate here, right? Just for a second. Okay, so let's pretend like, okay, this is just a legitimate thing that, that they, okay, he said something that was political speech, whatever, that they did it. Okay, it's done according to the rules. I mean, it's shitty, but they did it, right?
Yeah.
Then why did the official account for Blizzard I think it's their country, in China's country version of Twitter, make a statement?
Weibo.
Huh?
Weibo.
White people? White people? Okay. Why did they make a statement? And when they made the statement, they says, we will not, and I'm paraphrasing we will not tolerate any, we will not tolerate any kind of,
to the pride of China,
to the pride of our culture, not China, but to our culture.
Homeland.
Yeah.
Wow, their culture's kind of gross then.
Yeah, so
Chinese culture is perfectly fine.
Yeah, nothing is wrong in China, guys. Nothing at all is wrong in China.
So what they tried to cite was the political thing during the tournament, and when everybody said, wait a fucking minute, they turned it to, well, we can also just take the money and do shit whenever we want, according to this other rule. So now it is a free speech thing. It is why is this misconduct? Why is Blizzard pissed at this conduct? I mean, we know why, but Blizzard's going to have to answer why they are pissed off at that conduct.
I mean, Blizzard they've gotten cancellations coming out their ears, which I said.
Oh, that's another thing.
Yeah. Which I'm not going to, I know what you're talking about. I don't want to do anything until I have confirmation of it. Because that system, even Mark Kern said, that system is probably not tested to be overloaded. So
okay,
I wouldn't put too much stock.
That's pretty sad, though.
Yeah. But I'm not putting too much stock into that.
I haven't gotten on BattleNet in forever, so I don't even know how to. I don't even remember how to get on my BattleNet. They pissed me off forever ago.
But just to say it, people are reporting that they're not allowed to cancel their subs. It's more than likely it's just from everybody canceling. The service is crashing.
It's because everybody is canceling.
I don't think they're doing it. I don't think they're pulling a Funimation where Funimation literally took away the confirmation button, so you couldn't cancel.
Wow, yeah, they couldn't. Yeah, that was some shit too.
If you have if you have canceled your subscription to anything Blizzard related, why don't you subscribe to Graded Point 5 on Patreon or Subscribestar? Both.
Yeah, here's that money.
Yeah.
We can actually talk about something else Blizzard related that could be coming up soon.
What's that?
Well, we are 15 days away from BlizzCon.
Yes.
Did you guys hear about the system used to get into BlizzCon?
Well, I'm known.
I heard that there's like something like.
Is it? I know they started using a new company like last year for their for the ticket sales and things like that. And it was not smooth at all. It was terrible. So.
Oh, it is not smooth at all. It is a Chinese company,
of course,
where you need to upload a picture of your face.
Oh wow!
Oh my god! Server. Oh shit!
You have to download the app and scan QR codes to get around BlizzCon.
That's right. A lot of people said they're not going. I mean, before this, they're probably not going now. But a lot of them said they're not going because, wow, they just really blatant about selling our identities to China.
Yes, they are. It was
super
also
blatant.
You were also going to have to sign up for the service to play Diablo Immortal outside of China. Well, probably inside China too. But
years ago, when Blizzard and Activision merged, from that point on, I took all of my credit card information off of BattleNet, and only used like either time cards or BattleNet
Free
balance.
pays.
Yeah, or like I use my in-game gold from WoW to buy game time or something. So I haven't like had my information in there for years. So I said if my account ever got compromised, I'm just like, well, all right, because it ain't worth it ain't worth you having my information. Like fuck
It's
that.
still crazy how flat out blatant the companies are being about this. Like they're not even trying to be low key about it or cover it up or anything. They're blatantly like, no, fuck all of you.
Mm-hmm.
Go China. Like,
yeah. I'm going to tell you a little something. That's not going to work out in long term.
Well, thanks to this right here, it's not going to work out at all. I really do think that they finally
here's what I
went too far and can't explain their way out of it.
Here's what I was thinking before it really blew up when I first heard about it. I said they're going to, this is just my feeling, and I think I'm going to be right on this. They're going to do something like the guy's going to end up getting his prize money at some point. Whether he accepts it or not, it's up to him. I probably wouldn't.
They'll probably pull some shit like, here's your money, but you're banned from tournament play, period.
No, I think they're going to do a full mea culpa, but I thought they were going to wait till BlizzCon to do it. Right?
Do it all under the table and shit, or wait for all the shit to blow over?
Yeah, but now that it's blown up and it's actually trending on worldwide and stuff like that, I don't. When you got both sides of the political spectrum, Democrat and Republican, commenting on it now.
Yeah, coming together to be like, no, fuck you.
Like we can all agree that we hate China, right?
I think.
So I'm thinking before the end of the week, at least, Blizzard's going to do something. And no, Blizzard, I'm making an LGBTQ, LMNOP, transgendered.
I was going to say, so who's putting down bets furry on how many characters are going to be suddenly gay?
Yeah, that's not going to work this time. That's not going to work this time.
Winston's gay, guys.
Winston, fucking Zara's going to be trans.
Well, it's funny because people thought Zara was trans anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So they're just going to be like, oh, yeah, we decided right this second to confirm Zara's trans.
So
I'm sorry, go ahead, Raptor. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I've heard through the grapevine that enigmatic friend of the show, Methan Van Scrabble, could possibly be hosting a completely and totally legal restream of the virtual ticket for BlizzCon, and that closer to the actual convention, that link may be available.
Huh.
Ooh.
I like Ethan Van Scrabbles. He's a
Methan
Van Scrabbles. He's a good guy.
I can't believe you would sully his good name like that.
Well, I'm
his
sorry.
Completely unique good name.
Mm-hmm. Definitely not a Chinaman.
Definitely not a Chinese knockoff.
Yeah.
Because Chinese products are always completely worthwhile.
Yeah. Always made with top quality materials, and
that's why you can't buy Chinese.
Don't listen to Rapture. China is asshole.
You're gonna blow the $10.2 million we're getting from Tencent. You shut the fuck
up. Maybe I guess we should probably go through the rest of the article since it looks like they're thinking about things other than making more gay characters.
Yeah. Blizzard is in this situation now. A spokesman told Engadget the studio hasn't otherwise spoken up about the issue since posting its decision to ban Chung on October 8th. Blizzard's reaction to Chung's words is extreme. The company cites Hearthstone Grandmaster rules prohibiting, quote, any act that, in Blizzard's sole discretion, brings you a public dispute, offends a portion or group of the public, or otherwise damages Blizzard.
They could easily be set off by saying pineapple doesn't belong on pizza, which it doesn't.
Yeah, that would be, honestly, that would be more, quote, controversial than what the guy said.
Mm-hmm.
Because God forbid the guy wants a modicum of freedom in his home country.
Yeah, seriously.
However, However, many fans and critics attribute Blizzard's response to its relationship with Chinese organizations, derp,
No.
which are ostensibly opposed to the anti-China protests in Hong Kong, particularly Tencent Games, regularly one of the top 10 companies in the world by revenue, owns 5% of Activision Blizzard.
Can you imagine that 5% right there pretty much controls all of their actions? Like,
which I find funny because Tencent has a much larger stake in Fortnite studio Epic Games, owning 48.4%, though that company today said it wouldn't ban or punish any player for expressing views on politics or human rights.
so there's that.
I can't believe that I'm thinking the good job, Epic.
Yeah, I know, right? Like,
Well, let's not say that yet.
I'm sure the cuckening is coming for that. Because you imagine if Tencent pulled their funding from Epic right now. Oof.
I mean, I think Epic makes it because they're still making. Fortnite's not doing as well, but they're still making a shitload of money.
Yeah, but a sudden loss of revenue that you were depending on is pretty bad.
Yeah.
But the protests in Hong Kong have lasted almost 4 months, Chung said. I love Hong Kong. This is my home where I live and grow up. I can't just sit there doing nothing and watching our freedoms being destroyed bit by bit. Well, brother, we've been there's been vocal people over here who's been saying that for years. And I regret to the day that that UK honored that treaty and turned Hong Kong back over to the Chi-Coms. That was literally the dumbest of all the dumb boneheaded things the English have ever done. That was probably the dumbest in boneheadiness. The first was fucking with us, but
well, they're about to bungle Brexit, so the month is still young.
Yeah, it's true.
God, I sure love Command and Conquer Red Alert.
Yeah, well, now which version?
Unrelated. Fucking solid games. Completely unrelated.
I always like Generals, because America somehow had orbital beam cannons.
I mean, y'all don't. I know y'all have the rods of God, but I didn't know.
We haven't gotten that far
orbital
yet,
beam
Mike.
cannons.
Shut up. Don't tell all the secrets on the stream.
Didn't Reagan think of the Star Wars system where it was a bunch of satellite lasers that would
Okay,
shoot
let me-
fucking missiles?
Quick aside, let me tell you about Star Wars, okay? Star Wars the idea was a laser system that would knock nukes out of the air, right? Basically blow them up before they could reach their target, rendering them pretty much useless and harmless. It was all made up. None of it existed. It did not exist in any kind of physical test or anything like that. It was all a dream, right? I mean, literally, what's his name? Riker. He would be on screen right now. It's all fiction. It was made up. Written by one of our writers.
Basically, it was a bluff to counter a bluff. Because the Russians' doctrine was that we'll just send all of our nukes, and most of them will probably hit your major cities. Our return was, we'll just launch a handful, and they'll hit every single one of your cities.
Yeah.
So the Russians said, we'll just launch more. And then Reagan said, we'll just shoot those fuckers out of the sky with our fucking Star Wars weapons program.
Yeah.
You're what?
Yeah.
And
now
we were putting a lot of shit in space at the time, so that...
Yeah. So here's the funny thing about that. That's why I say Reagan was the original madman, because here's what happened here in this situation. During the Reykjavik nuclear talks, one of the conditions for Russia to sign the treaty was that we had to withdraw Star Wars, right? Now Reagan is fully aware it doesn't exist, right? Reagan said no.
You fucking madman!
Yeah, he literally said, no, I'm not getting rid of this thing that doesn't exist.
I mean, he was being honest.
Yeah. I mean, he literally called their bluff. He bluffed them into capitulating, essentially. Now, granted, this was
I gotta give it to them. If they're worried about it enough that they wanted that
Now you gotta
as a stipulation, then obviously making them think it's still in play is a
that's the thing. It's like tell you how good this bluff was. I mean, these are let's not be piddle around with about it. The KGB was not like a bunch of idiots, right? They had good intel. So we faked enough intel about Star Wars that they believed it.
Or maybe we didn't. Maybe we just cut like a small clip from actual Star Wars of the Death Star firing at Alderaan, and the Russians are like, "Okay, fuck."
By God! It's like, did you know we used to have 2 moons? Yeah.
We would like to purchase some of your American X-Wing fighters.
Oh shit! Cut out. Oh the hell! Hold on a second.
Oh no, they're getting the mic. Shouldn't have blasphemed.
Oh no!
Oh no!
It was an Amber Alert.
You've been got.
It was an Amber Alert. It's not that.
Oh, then they just abducted the wrong person.
This is an alert to inform you that you have been discussing classified materials.
Good Lord, that's literally across the state. Oh, okay. Well, anyway. Let's see what the chat's saying. Nothing. But yeah, no, that was the whole meme. Like, the whole Star Wars program was nothing. It was it was just trying to make it look like something.
What's really funny is it did eventually lead to stuff. The SDI project.
Yeah, the SDI now that's real. We actually have the ability now to shoot shit down.
SDI project, hypervelocity guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But
once we get through this article, we can talk about something actually sort of comic book related, tangentially.
Sure, but I actually, well, it's not really another. I got another article, but it's another headline. It's kind of like if Blizzard keeps playing this game that they're doing, and I can tell you how it's going to end. But anyway, so for months, streets of Hong Kong have been alight with protesters and tear gas. Okay, we know what's going on in Hong Kong. That's
mostly just skip down to the 2019.
Yeah. Actually, no, there's not much to tell, but essentially what they've been like, some of the things they've talked about, like there's been actual, people who work at Blizzard that are upset. They've been staging walkouts and there was
that's pretty cool for them.
Yeah. Like at one point, like they like on the main Blizzard campus where the big orc statue is, the wolf, the big orc wolf statue. They crossed the employees like covered up the part that said like global community, and something like follow your something. I mean, it was
like something about free, almost like free speech, but not quite.
Now that's like I said. I knew that Blizzard they weren't going to ignore it because they can't ignore it. Right? This is costing them money right now.
Twitter has now removed boycott Blizzard from.
Wow.
Trending.
Well, I hadn't seen it trending for a few half
it was
a day.
Trending like this hour.
Oh. Well, I had U.S. trends. I didn't see it, so. But here's why Blizzard. I'm gonna show you why Blizzard shouldn't capitulate to China. You know why? Because it doesn't fucking matter. Because recently the NBA had a similar situation.
Yeah, they ejected fans for.
They ejected fans from
signs.
From a game because they had signs about free Hong Kong. Well, I think it was was it New Jersey or New York? It was one of the teams. But it was during like they were having a scrimmage game against some Chinese people, Chinese team or whatever. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the statement by the owner of the Houston Rockets, who's supported people protesting in China or protesting in Hong Kong, and then the NBA cucked immediately.
Oh yeah,
and said this is not representative of the NBA and blah blah blah, and this and that and the other. Well, you know what that statement did? This: all NBA official Chinese partners have suspended ties with the league. Big big, bold statement there, NBA. You did a great job. You sucked the dong of Mao Zedong, and look what happened. Look what happened.
Mm-hmm. But
And because
it kills me that these companies are proudly saying.
Spoiler alert.
No, we totally don't believe in people having freedom. And
spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. Those Chinese partners are the Chinese government. There is no such thing as private enterprise in China. I know this might be a shock to some people, but that's how communist countries work. There's no such thing. The only reason China has any kind of money is because they embrace some facets of capitalism, right?
They have the capitalist zones.
Yeah, but the problem is, it's not. They don't unleash it like, of course, like the United States has, where everybody has the opportunity. In China, only a few people have the opportunity, and you have to be in the party. Yeah.
Or you have to be a relative of the party,
or somebody in the party, or somebody in the that's a part of the party, or
you've drank a gallon of Chinese semen from the party,
or you didn't put your penis on Chairman Mao's face.
That
guy's a fucking hero.
Yeah,
that guy's a goddamn hero. Yeah. Fucking A. Yeah, all NBA. Yeah, that was just, I saw that earlier and I said that's funny. So all the NBA's official Chinese partners have suspended ties with the league as it grapples with the fallout from team manager's controversial tweet about Hong Kong. And this is literally 8 hours ago. So this just happened today, right? So this is why you don't cuck to Hong Kong. You don't cuck to China because they're going to offend the China. They get offended by anything.
Yep.
They're actually looking to be offended. Like, they want to take things away just because that gives them power.
Well, guess
what?
To
have ghosts.
Yeah, they're running everything pretty much through money.
Yeah, Xavier's right. They're not even allowed to have ghosts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because ghosts are considered possibly religious, and we can't have that. So.
I don't even think they're allowed the cultural version of their vampire/zombie thing, which is that fucking hopping zombie
Jiangxi
thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Jiangxi, which is amazing, honestly. I mean,
why do I know
that's what it was. I was trying to figure. I was like, I know it sounds like a speech, but it's not. Everyone deserves a voice. That's the other one they covered.
It's your cheat skill, man. That's how you know it.
Make it stop.
I don't want to know everything that everyone else kind of vaguely knows. Good night. I want to know things of my own volition. I don't need to casually know everything else. Welcome my fucking life like circa 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Okay, guys, for anybody who watches this later, all that talk about, Trump's going to ruin the economy if he, gets into a trade war with China. You better be listening to what he's saying because he's right. You want China to stop doing what they're doing? This is how it's going to happen.
We can hit them.
You hit them where it's going to hurt them worse, and that's the pocketbook. Because guess who buys all the China stuff? We do. They have nobody else to compare to what the United States buys from China. Mm-hmm. And people get upset. Trump's going to cause recession. It's going to this. Let it happen.
Yes. But where?
Exactly. Let it happen. It needs to happen. Either they play ball. Either China needs to play ball, or they can get the fuck out.
The important thing with fighting a trade war is a willingness to commit to it and a willingness to burn it all down if they don't go your way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Star Storyteller says Trump is right again. Ha 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 ha
ha. I mean, he's seriously just.
Oh, I'm well aware.
He's trying to tell China either you stop your bullshit or we ain't buying your shit.
Mm-hmm.
the rest of the world is where all their money's coming from, so that they can then pump it back out and control the rest of the world.
Yeah, and as Yellow Lantern says, also a great point. Yeah, 40% of Blizzard's business comes from China. I'm well aware of where the business comes from. I'm not I know that. I understand that. But you know how? Okay, for example, do you know how long? Okay, I'll put it this way. You know how long it took Wrath of the Lich King to get released in China?
Oh, so long.
I bet.
We were already in the middle of Cataclysm before they got Wrath of the Lich King. Because they had to change so much shit to get it approved in China because of the skeletons and the ghouls and the undeads. They can't show their bones, and because bones is taboos or something. I don't know what's going on with the bones.
It's a depiction of violence, if I remember correctly.
The whole game is a depiction of violence. What the fuck?
Now, unless you're picking up the poop, that's a different. I'm surprised that isn't offensive to the Chinese. Picking up poop. How dare you? May is probably going to get killed off in Overwatch since people are memeing her into a pro Hong Kong activist. Like, dude, honestly,
that is beautiful.
I'll be honest with you, but the way China is, they'll buy it, and that would be the reason they cut ties with Blizzard.
Yeah, probably.
But they're that because the Chinese are that stupid. I mean, I'm not trying to be. I'm not. Yes, I am. Fuck China. I am being offensive. I don't give a shit about China.
How about you preface it by saying the Chinese in China?
Yeah, the Chinese in China. I don't mind the ones here who trying to like do right and make better for themselves and realize that commies are scum of the earth and need to be gassed in Minecraft. But communism ruins the general IQ of the nation. Exactly.
Because they start
we
killing
could
all the
say
people that are smart.
Yep. What, Piper? Sorry.
I was going to say we could say that it's not China as Chinese, it's China as the country.
Well, it's the government of China.
Yeah. It's more Chinese government. So
Chinese state.
Yeah.
There you go.
Still, fuck China. How's that? The official Overwatch
that's the easiest
forum
one.
was amazing earlier today. Full revolt, swastikas, and anti-LGBT memes everywhere. Place was
Holy
burning to the
shit.
ground.
Oh, damn.
Something I want to state really quick. 我为我的朋友让我的朋友多款。
Was that a disclaimer? Please be a disclaimer.
We're getting in trouble, aren't we?
What did you say?
You speak Chinese?
God, don't tell any of the corporations you work for that you speak Chinese, because they will immediately try and put you into an administration position to deal with them. Don't. If you don't, just say that you're repeating something from like Google Translate or something. You do not speak Chinese. You just know a phrase. Okay, that's just let you know.
No,
I only know how to say I don't speak Chinese in a sentence explaining that sentence.
That was. I apologize for my friends, my overlord.
You ass.
So it was a disclaimer.
Raptor over here trying to make sure he can still do business in China.
I want the 10.2 million.
Tiananmen Square, 1989, where nothing happened ever.
Why are we talking about it? Just nothing happened.
No, I'm saying
Tiananmen Square's not even a real place.
It was a nice August day. Come on, it was fine. Nothing happened.
Also, Tiananmen Square's not even a real place. It was in a movie that one time.
Yeah, and even then, it was made up. Like,
Yeah, it was made up.
Mhm. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
yeah, it's nothing. Nothing ever happened in Tiananmen Square. How do we get away with what we do?
Because we're not mono. Do you guys want to know how to say Tiananmen Square 1989 in Chinese?
Sure.
Ooh.
Tian'an Guangchang Xiu Ba Xiu.
I will totally never be able to repeat that.
Yeah. That reminds me. He made me want to tell this. I had a in fact, it was back in Warcraft. Ironically enough, had a couple friends that we were on voice chat one day, and one of the friends was a weeb, right? And the other friend was not a weeb. He was like a country boy. And one day he says, I think the guy was, what was his name? I forgot his Teldarin was his screen name, so that's what we called him, like Tel or Teldarin or like that, you know. He goes, "Hey Tel," and he went Nandato, and my friend just fucking snapped and he said, "Don't you talk to me in that damn booga booga language." I was like, I lost it. I was like, damn. I said, somebody don't like moon runes around here.
Goddamn.
By the way, this is just from a random search. I found this picture of Trump pointing. I just thought it was funny, him pointing like.
Yeah.
But it showed he's
China.
China. Why don't you ask Biden about China?
Look, the east is burning red as it crumbles.
Cheng said not red white.
What'd you say to me about me?
Orange man bad.
Oh, okay. Now, are you looking these up, or are you?
Oh God. Okay, he's looking these up. He can't speak Chinese. He can't. He's looking these up. Just for his own safety, he does it.
Oh,
Mike,
yeah,
swear to wire! Mike, swear to wire!
I absolutely do not know how to speak Chinese. It is not simplified Mandarin. That is the only thing that English people can learn.
Okay, I gotta post this. Totally real tweet by Blizzard.
Oh boy.
We at Blizzard have heard your concerns, and we want to make our position clear. When we see an oppressive regime such as the one in China, we have no choice but to stand. Oppressive governments are daddy, and when you disrespect daddy, you get spanked.
Did they really?
That's not a
That's
fake.
a fake.
That's a deep
Fake.
fake. That's a fake. Not even Blizzard
no
would be
way.
that stupid.
I'm going to point out the obvious flaw in this tweet.
Mm-hmm.
Twitter for Android. There's no real reason why Blizzard would use Twitter for Android. They'd be using Apple products. Maybe.
That's true. You're right.
Yep.
You're right.
That's the tell right there.
It's a trap!
Which would you prefer, Patreon? Oh, well, I think Subscribestar takes less overhead. So, yeah, if you want, I mean, Subscribestar would probably be the preferred one, honestly.
Thank you for your patronage.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
for your
sure.
patronage. Yeah, thank you.
We hope to continue to deliver more content.
Just like this.
Yep.
No,
Only with sound effects.
Yeah.
The flavor of mediocrity that you've come to enjoy.
if I can speak for a second about the fact that I totally don't know how to speak Chinese, and the learning process there, don't ever even attempt it. It is actually awful.
Yeah.
Like my mom, okay, she can speak Chinese and it's all because she's obsessed with Jackie Chan, and it is part of why talking to her verbally is a nightmare.
Yeah. I mean,
She
it's
keeps
why
trying
I've
to teach me stuff, so she'll randomly like say stuff in Chinese. And she'll be like, "So what did I say?" And I'll be like, "I don't give a fuck."
Yeah. If I were to have learned Chinese, I had lived in Texas for years and years and years and developed an accent. And learning Chinese ruins any accent you may have.
Yep.
Which
She's in Texas, and
she probably talks like I do, where she has to think about the English words that come out.
So you're telling me that the Chinese are so fucking persuasive, even when you try to learn their language, it actually takes over your mind.
It will
It can
fuck up
take
everything.
over your Oh man, and the younger you are when you learn it, the
The
worse.
harder it is, for you to...
I am glad I never learned a foreign language.
I want to. It's a good skill, but I just don't. I'm not interested in.
I learned a little.
Chinese. My mom won't take the hint.
I learned a little, like Spanish, just to get through high school.
Okay, you can learn Romantic languages and not lose your accent. You can learn Germanic languages and not lose your accent. You can learn Azerbaijani and not lose your fucking accent. But because China is a tonal language. Chinese is a tonal language.
Mm-hmm.
It involves more areas of your fucking brain, and those areas of the brain fuck with the speed portion of it a lot harder than it is with the other fucking languages.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of languages actually eventually will make your mouth form different. That's why it's worse when you're younger, is because your soft palate and your hard palate are both more malleable.
Mm-hmm.
And so it can actually affect how your mouth forms. So that you can do the sound, so that you can do it way more accurate. But
yeah, thank you, Yellow Lantern, by the way. Just
I mean, I can speak German and be like, "Ich liebe meine Penis und ich is Arsch," but
it sounds inappropriate as fuck.
Yeah, did you say something about somebody's penis?
Yeah, he just said his penis was big.
Oh.
No,
Good Lord, how many languages do you understand, Raptro? Holy fuck!
I took Latin in school because I thought I was being edgy.
No, I said I love men's penises and I eat ass.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I missed that one.
Ich liebe meine Penis und ich esse Arsch. I mean,
Okay, yeah. That wouldn't be Scheiß.
it'd be ice Arsch.
You know,
Shai says shit.
well,
Same thing.
how is it with like Japanese? Like, because I had friends who like took Japanese in high school because they were offering it. And, they thought they were going to be little weebs and shit.
Me
Which one
personally,
are you,
I think it's easier to understand than it is to speak, just because
Yeah.
you can kind of pick up the pieces and figure out what's being said, but it's very contextual in that, as I understand it, because you have words that have different meanings based on where they show up in the sentence and how the rest of the sentence goes, you don't really know what's being said until the end of the sentence.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I remember because they were trying to, because like we were on the poor side of town, so most of my friends on this side of the, went to high school. We only had like I think Spanish, French, and Latin, right?
Yep.
Well, over there on the ritzy side, they had Japanese. Ooh, yeah, like, you weebs.
The main thing about Japanese language is that
out of all the languages that exist, they have it's technically like the least efficient. It takes the most syllables to get the least amount of information across.
Yeah.
Basically, they take a lot of syllables. That's why they talk really fast. And the speed is one of the things that you really have to pick up.
Yeah. Because I know one of the words, now, like I said, I'm not sure about the exact translation. But, of course, they were trying to learn cuss words because we all try to learn cuss words in foreign language. And they said, I think it was kutabare was the word. And I believe roughly that translates to shut the fuck up. Because the reason I remember that is because I had a friend, and we had mutual friends that, like I said, I had friends that we're split. Like my town is literally split by a county line, right? One side is this way, one side's the other way, and I was on this side, so we had the French, Spanish, and Latin, and they had the Japanese. So whatever. But we were all like chill and hang out and stuff, and talk on the phone and stuff like that. And I remember some of them were trying to teach each other like different words and different languages and stuff. And they told my friend Jonas, they told him kutabare, and apparently he was having an argument with his grandma, right? He said, "What does that mean?" And they said, "It means shut the fuck up." He said, "Hold on a minute. Hey, grandma, kutabare."
I lived over in Japan for 2 years, and because the place I lived at was like most people spoke English, I didn't really get to practice Japanese much until I got to hang out with the JSDF guys.
Oh, you got to hang out with Israelis?
No, the
No,
JSDF.
not
One thing I did learn about the Japanese Self-Defense Force is those motherfuckers party hard. Like
they got nothing else to do.
Yeah, like just one of them just walking by casually has got like 3 cases of beer. Got one under his arm, 2 in each hand, and they're drinking fucking Budweiser. Like motherfucker.
But what was I gonna say? Oh, but Okay, just a quick aside. This is something I saw. I don't know why when I think about like Chinese and Japanese and stuff, I think about Martyr. But Martyr posted something yesterday on Twitter. And it was basically it starts off by like reading like how fast somebody can actually read, and I laughed my ass off when it got to. I was like, "You bitch, I love you." It started off and it was doing like. It literally was saying like, most people can read at 300 words, and it's doing this like it's a GIF, and it's doing it one word at a time, right? It said most people can read at 300 words per minute, but if you really concentrate, you can read at 400 words per minute. What the fuck did you just say about me, you little bitch? I'll have you know that
I want to say that Bobby Pasta is actually close to like 400 words, so it's probably a minute-long GIF.
Yeah.
Well, no, they kept speeding up.
Yeah, it got faster.
And
It would actually get faster as it went on. That's what's so funny about it.
Oh, that's
I was just told to go off Kang, be offensive. I mean, I think I've said enough fuck China, so, I mean.
We had a fun, informative little sidetrack here, though. That was nice.
I had a friend who took German in high school, and in college he took Latin, so he had to write a paper in Latin, and as he was writing, he hit the beta and finished his paper in German.
Oh, you can still translate it.
Yeah.
No. Is Germanic?
No,
No, it's not.
It's not. It's Germanic is all the languages that the barbarians from the north spoke.
Yeah.
So the Gauls.
Sort of, yeah.
Well, that was more like Gallic.
Galatea? Gaelic, by the way.
No.
Gaelic is the word you're looking
Gaelic.
for. Yeah.
Not Gallic.
Gaelic.
No, yeah, it was the Gauls. Yeah, so it was Gallic. They
Yeah.
spoke Gallic. But it
Gaelic.
was that was an old no, not Gaelic. Gaelic was the Celts.
Yeah, I was going to say the Celts spoke.
Oh, yeah,
Gaelic.
that's right. You're right.
Gallic was what the Gauls spoke. And then you had like the Low German and the High German.
Who the fuck are the Gauls?
The French.
I thought the Gauls were the English.
No,
English and French kind of come from the same area.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Jesus, I forget.
The English were the Saxons and the Anglos that Picts joined up together to beat up the Picts. Because the Picts owned England before the Anglos and the Saxons took over. And in the north of them, there were the Celts who were proto-Scots, Irish.
Mm.
And they were obsessed with running into battle naked and taking heads.
I mean, why wouldn't you be?
Right? It's pretty bitchin'.
I mean,
Before we go on, it's not Piper, Raptro, you said you had something comic book related to?
Oh, yeah, sure. Mark Ruffalo is a bundle of sticks.
No kidding, in Minecraft, yes. But
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I heard about this. Yes, go ahead. Tell the story.
So Ellen DeGeneres, I'm not a fan personally, but to each their own.
Yeah.
Took a picture at a Cowboys game with George W. Bush. Apparently, they are friends.
She was friends with W.
Which is perfectly fine.
No, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Who fucking cares?
Well, obviously, some
Except
people
everybody
do.
on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
W is a war criminal. It's like, one, you have to commit war crimes to be a war criminal.
and two, Ellen counts.
Yeah. But everybody started losing their shit. Like, oh, you can't be friends with him. You can't be friends. Then Mark Ruffalo, of all people, bastion of politics and local Incredible Hulk, says, sorry, until George W. Bush is brought to justice for the crimes of the Iraq War, including American-led torture, Iraqi deaths and displacement, and the deep scars, emotional and otherwise, inflicted on our military that serve his folly, we can't even begin to talk about kindness. Because Ellen said that we should be kind to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
To be fair, though, Ellen was actually like a mouthpiece for the CIA.
Yeah, probably. But I want to point out, Mark Ruffalo not only was in campaign ads for Barack Obama, but also for Hillary Clinton.
Oh.
Both of whom could be considered also war criminals.
Mm-hmm.
Actual war criminals.
Obama committed extrajudicial assassination of American citizens.
Yes, and Hillary Clinton led to the deaths of Benghazi.
Hillary Clinton
Oh man, how much
everywhere.
fucking time do you have?
Right?
Yeah. But yeah, so Mark Ruffalo decided, like, I'm gonna start blocking anybody who mentions the people that he campaigned for have done worse things than
Of course
react
he-
to a terrorist attack.
Well, that's like the people that won't accept that communism killed more than Hitler,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
like
Yeah.
around the world. Like I think even with the Holocaust dead and the war dead, I think the communism
million.
still.
Versus 100 million across globally by communism.
Wow. Jesus.
Honestly, isn't that just including what China and Russia did?
Yep, that's driving
They're not
the
even in the
Ukrainian-
same death bracket.
Yeah. I mean, but until they stopped, they were reaching extinction levels of killing
Yep.
people.
Fucking China over here, like, get on our level, noob.
To be fair, though, you can't like drop a rock in a Chinese city without killing like 30 Chinamen.
Not that we would
To
do
be
anything
fair,
like
though,
that.
that was a lot of fucking rocks.
You know what you're going to make me do, right?
Mm,
Read the thing that I was reading earlier.
do the thing.
I'll put it on screen.
Read
So here's a Gold Ducat from Star Trek Deep Space Nine. I'll try to read this in my best Gold Ducat voice like I did earlier. It got Xavier and Mike Wildin, so I think y'all like this too. Here we go. 15 million sounds like a lot. Well, no, because the occupation lasted 50 years. There's an average of 300,000 occupation-related deaths per year on all of Bajor, the entire planet. Bajor's total population is 3.8 billion. Thus, the annual rate of occupation-related deaths is 1 out of every 12,066 Bajorans per year. That's low. Incredibly low. Let's compare some real-life numbers from Kronos. Damar, pull up those stats. Yellow Lantern says Panda lives on. What's Gold Ducat doing in Crowder's chair?
Like I said before, that is the hardest Ducat did nothing wrong I've ever heard. It's so glorious.
I mean, the best part is posters of fucking Anabran Tain behind him, and the other guy, the guy, I forgot, it was like the butcher of something. I can't remember. I need to watch that episode again. But he was the guy that killed all those Bajorans in a death camp. But I can't remember the name of the guy.
And forgive me, the bloody Coddies all look alike to me.
Chief O'Brien was not
That's
wrong.
not Crowder's chair, motherfucker. That's Joe Rogan.
Yeah, that is Joe Rogan's chair. Yeah, fuck.
Bloody YouTubers, they all look alike to me.
Panda had one similar, but it compared it to Earth's deaths due to the flu. The world was the Twitter was a dark place without Panda, but now Panda is back. So everybody can get their Bowser dick memes. So let's close the show out on God awful. Let me pull up these 2019 FBI crime statistics. Oh wait, that's not it. That's deadbeats. This is far worse.
Before we continue, you're more likely to die as a pedestrian, a motorcycle rider, a car occupant, a
Mass shooting.
Man, so we just really need to ban all forms of transportation.
So are you telling me you're more likely to get struck by lightning than you are to die in a Cardassian concentration camp?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to leave this here for a second. I've got to run to the little boy's room, and I'll let Piper talk about what she's seen and how she feels about it, and then I'll show everybody what's going on with the one we've all wanted to see for the past 6 months. I'll be right back.
Let's see. You're more likely to kill yourself intentionally.
This comic makes me want to kill myself in Minecraft.
Okay, I'll tell you right. Dead Beats is I'm going to wipe my entire fucking hard drive.
Dead Beats gives me dead meat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No wonder it took the Bajorans 50 years to get the Cardassians off of Pajor. Like, it's almost like they didn't want it that bad.
Well, while Optimus is gone, I can shit talk Activision Blizzard a bit more. Fucking apparently pre-orders for Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It may end up like number 2 or 3 of the week because it's coming out alongside WWE 2K20, Medieval, and The Outer Worlds. Imagine one of the biggest franchises of all time losing to a fucking re-release game about a skeleton.
Hey, don't make fun of Sir Dan. He's great.
No, I fucking love Sir Daniel Fortescue. I already fucking bought the game. I bought the fucking Super Edition of it. I am so looking forward. You know, I fucking played the demo, got the special helmet to get the difficulty modifier. I am looking forward to it. But goddamn, if it shouldn't have been crushed by Call of Duty. Let's be real here. This is like, hey, the fucking giant Goliath monster is back, and it's here to take a shit on your front lawn. Oh no, it stepped in the tree and died.
Finally, Sir Dan is getting the glory that he deserves.
Yeah. Other than being in PlayStation All-Star. I can't fucking... I can't.
You know,
okay.
For once, he's not charging the line and he's the first to die.
Are y'all even talking about the book?
Nope.
We're trying to avoid it. We're trying to avoid it.
We don't want to talk about it. It's fucking awful.
Well,
it's
too fucking
I was looking
bad.
at the book myself because I can't... Mm-hmm. Is this a story about a dude?
No. There are no real dudes in this.
I can't tell what's what in it.
Motherfucker, I just read all of this thing and I don't ever want to talk about it.
All you need to know
is actually read all of it?
Yes!
No matter what it looks like, it has a penis.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna say, because the clavicle is way too fucking wide to be anything but a man.
Are we just talking about this 8 pages?
The 8 pages, I think it's about a gay dude named Theo.
Mm-hmm.
Who's getting possessed by a fucking metronome.
Yeah, the entire thing is like, oh hey, spooky music. I really feel like somebody somewhere really doesn't like rap music because that's like featured several times in this, and it like possesses people and they're people of color, and it's like, oh yeah, rap music takes away from their culture. And it's like, they invented that.
So
are white people trying to tell black people they're not allowed to enjoy the music they invented? Is that what's happening?
Mm-hmm.
You can't like rock and roll anymore. It's now. Fucking.
Okay, it's just this comic is terrible.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
I mean, it's Wi-Fi enabled, like murder, carnage, mind takeover shit. I don't know, but like, can we speak about the one page after that, like the bone dry? You know, see, he hid "fuck you" in shit in scribbled in the goddamn.
Oh yeah, I see that. Fuck you. Something.
Sorry.
Who are these people? Why did we let them have the right to speak?
Optimus, this isn't fair. You're making us talk about a shit fucking book. You can't bring Cyberfrog art up when you.
Yes, I absolutely can. I absolutely can do that because this is now. Remember,
this isn't fair.
No. Let me do this because remember, this was the big project. This was the big SJW dumb shits project. that was supposed to be.
They were going to show him.
They were going to show him, right? And that Renfamous was going to show off her writing ability and whatever. Art and colors. Caroline Autopsy. $10 is a transgender. $10.
Oh, he is. But it is.
Called it.
Whatever. But also, from what I'm getting, it's a thing that freaking makes him possessed by a fucking black dude.
It's spooky music.
Mm-hmm. Now,
it's an evil,
okay, let's just
slave
hit some high notes here. We don't have to go. I'm not going to show the whole thing.
High notes. Oh Jesus.
Yeah, there's some high notes here.
The one high note is the sample that that was just line art with no words and shit.
Yeah, it actually
that was
somehow they made it
Oh my
look
God.
worse with color. They somehow they accomplished something that no other comic book has ever done and made it look worse with colors.
My very first reaction was, holy shit, it looks worse completed. Oh my God.
Okay, so let's go over this. And I would say high notes. I'm being very sarcastic, by the way. So we got some of Renfamous's great dialogue here. Huh? And his eye disappears.
Because,
Reasons.
that happens all the time.
Isn't that supposed to be Milo from Atlantis, the Lost Empire?
I know, right? Only freaking chunky.
And this right here is offensive. Chingaling? Really?
Yeah.
That's offensive.
Now, we don't know. Do we think she wrote the sound effects?
I don't care.
I like how her box says ghost stuff. Just in case you didn't know that this spooky shit.
Yeah. Now, what I like here is this. It's like, okay, you got the black woman with the big ass. Why does a black woman got to have a big ass?
They're really good at perpetuating stereotypes.
Yeah,
in this
yeah.
Fucking comic.
And look at
every
this fucking
single story in this comic.
Look
They
at
are
this
really good
fucking
at
flower
stereotypes.
pot down here. What the? Look at that thing. Is that supposed to be like some kind of like high art? Look at that bullshit.
That's the noise that makes you go.
That looks like that somebody said, "Please kill me, please." And I always I like this how welcome. If you're here to take a selfie with the monkey paw responsible for John Mayer's career, please leave. And what is this motion? What is this?
It's a jazz hand, to be inoffensive.
Get out of here. Squoosh.
Now, I like how my man is like, look at these shorts.
Yeah.
They were really trying to...
they
Wait a minute, wait. I was going to say, they're really trying to perpetuate, I am a gay man.
That's what I'm saying. They are so great at stereotypes. They're like, here's a clue. Booty shorts on a dude.
And proportional. Look at this shit proportions. Fuck.
I think she's trying to shoo him away. Shoo.
Well, yeah. But
she's trying to shoo the reader away. Like, get out.
That he's standing in. Not only is it, she loses her ass, but he also is really weird looking.
She has a literal boob window too.
Oh yeah, she does. Holy shit! Just noticed that.
Isn't that cute? But there's no boobs, unfortunately. So it's kind of stupid.
Now, nobody starts a sentence off with an ellipses. Actually, I was like, oh god, they said actually. Mike, they said actually. They actually started a fucking sentence.
Yeah, and the ellipsis is on the wrong side.
Actually.
This implies that he'd already said something beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And nothing here was said. Which, by the way, I like this too. Like going back up a page. Okay, the panel where he has no eye, he loses an eye, and then the next panel is like, in the window.
Looks like a dick. I'm gonna take it.
Also, he's running around in booty shorts. Does he really have his wallet on him with enough cash to buy a fucking antique?
Yes, seriously.
Well, it's not an antique. It just looks old.
Also, are we really to believe that an antique shop has a fucking card reader for credit card purchases? I mean,
yeah.
She
It
does
is
have
current
that
year.
Apple monitor.
Yeah.
It is current year too. I
Yeah.
mean,
She has that Apple monitor
but-
right there.
But here, listen to this shit. It's like, he said, ask for the fucking thing. Like I said, the dialogue. I'm looking for a gift that's for someone special, and that metronome in your window caught my eye. Can I take a closer look? The
the
metronome in the window?
punctuation they're using in here is not doing the shit that they freaking want to
I remind you who wrote it.
I know.
This one?
Somebody who doesn't have a mastery of the English language. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
Now-
well,
now this
the
is what-
letter could have been nice at least and fixed it a little.
This is what that gets me. This is where, like, it just, what? It's actually a pretty neat little artifact. It looks antique, but if you push the white button, it'll sync up with smart devices.
Why does it need to sync up with a? It's a fucking metronome.
Hey, before you ask that, just know that there exist for sale, for real, shoes that sync up to your smartphone.
Hey,
Yeah, but there's a
Optimus.
reason for that, pedometers.
No, it's, oh god. And then among many, many other things
Mm-hmm.
that sync up to your smartphone and shouldn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, so how did you? It was just there. And then,
And it's
and then of
weird, 'cause
course,
I don't know if he's supposed
any
to be trying to talk quieter because it just looks like they ran out of room.
yeah, and then of course, how how any person who is running a store would say, "You want it or not." This is why I know Renfimus has never worked retail, or any other job for that matter. But I think I do. It's perfect. Look at that face.
Yay! He's like the flower pot. Yay!
So I'm
So,
kind of getting from this one that this bitch here is just passing curses on to people.
Yeah.
Sort of, yeah.
Okay.
But
Why
very
won't
modern,
trans person do this?
apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I get it now. It's all because she linked it to his watch with the teeny itsy bitsy little beep that I almost didn't notice.
So, do you still have that Cyberfrog thing pulled up,
Yeah.
Optimus?
Yeah. There you go.
Can you go to page 97 for me?
Of
In
deadbeats.
Deadbeats.
Okay.
Yeah, and let's compare the art.
Okay. Page 97. Oh. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, look who it's written by.
Huh? Oh. Oh no.
man. It looks like actual children's scribble. It's
We interrupt this anthology for an important public service announcement.
Wait, what?
That's what it says. Yeah. How to be a winner. A message from parents and teachers against drugs and your favorite heroes. Mags Visaggio, writer. Beth Barnett, director. Micah Myers, closed captioning.
Oh.
Hey,
Don't get on
guys.
themselves.
Now, guys, remember, this was supposed to be, I will show you, Ethan. Look at all this talent that we've got together. Oh, wow, that looks so much better than this Cyberfrog image.
so I want to point out because I genuinely did read this entire fucking thing since you've given it to me.
That's pretty bad. It's like
I
100
don't-
and some pages and you already read it.
It's like a fucking leap.
Yeah.
No
Fucking
substance.
this story doesn't matter in the anthology because it's just like, oh look, haha, little break.
Yeah.
Two, it's about furries trying to sell meth to kids.
No, sell weed to kids.
Meth.
Sell weed to kids. No.
No.
The kids want meth, but the one fox is like, I only have weed.
Yeah,
Bush League.
and
What
then they're
the
like,
fuck?
oh, where? Yeah.
Oh my
it's fucking
God!
dumb.
Listen to this. That test was so hard, Jenny. I don't even want know what I'm gonna use fractions for. And he goes, it's enough to make me want to throw my life away by quitting school. And she's like, you're right, Tim. I had enough of that patriarchal, racist educational system that demands I uphold imperialistic capitalism. Oh my God.
Jesus Christ, I'm done. You know what? Fuck, bye.
No, you got to
Yeah, we're
stay.
deleting this stuff.
You got to
Oh,
stay.
she's gone.
Did she actually leave?
I think she left.
Get back here. Piper, get your ass back here. What the fuck? She actually left.
Damn. Sometimes you gotta draw a fucking line in the sand and ask yourself, say, what the fuck am I willing to put up with?
Yeah,
Not
seriously.
this.
I had to hear that fucking line with my ears and read it with my eyeballs. I am pissed.
It's just the look on her face. Look at that. Look at that.
You know, honestly, the look on her face says she really knows what the fuck she's saying, and she knows it's stupid.
Yeah. But once again,
She's saying, some crazy person made me say this.
So, this fellow in the furry suit dealing drugs, have we seen them and Matt Myers in the same place before?
oh,
Woo. There's some cleanser.
the name's Nick Slick, and I've got just the thing you need to have a little fun. You think we should smoke marijuana? Why not? Don't you want to be cool like your old pal Nick? Got anything harder? I could really go for some fucking crank. What?
What?
Yeah. Like, the worst
Wait,
part is,
no,
this
who
is
wrote
actually,
this
like,
part?
Mags Usaggio.
Yeah.
Are you shitting?
Marvel writer Mags Usaggio wants children to smoke meth.
What? Excuse me? Did you just ask me for meth? Aren't you 10?
I need to leave again.
She's gonna pee herself.
She's dead, Jim.
Yeah. Hey kids, it's me, your old friend Punkosaurus.
Yeah, and then they do an inversion with the punk dinosaur where he's actually like a Reaganite.
He's a what?
He's a Reaganite.
Oh.
Where it's like, oh look, haha, it's funny. He's punk, but he supports Reagan, so
What the
blah blah blah.
fuck?
Really, like, there's a few good lines. It's like hey, we have 1,000 monkeys in a room. Eventually, they're gonna write Hamlet.
Yeah.
But there's gonna be a bunch of shit on the walls.
Oh my god, like this.
Did
Tim,
fucking-
Jenny, tell me why you asked this cartoon weasel for meth. What business is that of yours, you fucking corporate shill? Nobody asked you to come here.
Jesus Christ. I can't. This is hurting. Physically hurting my brain.
If you go to the back cover, which is like one like, oh hey, look at this fucking. It's a weirdly like almost sexualized piece.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like if they're going for like we're not sexualizing anything. Why would you do this?
Mm-hmm. Okay, you said the back cover, so the last page.
Yeah, just go all the way to the end.
Okay.
And prepare to laugh your ass off.
All right.
All the way to the end.
What the?
What?
So this is Mag's writing.
Yeah, that was Mag's writing. Yeah.
Holy crap. Holy crap.
Oh, it's that black bitch that's been like tying the whole story together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's
But they
supposed to
don't
be like
sexualize female characters, no, because that's bad.
I mean, they don't show her boobs or her butt. That's like some weirdly phallic imagery there, my man.
Yeah. Lots of snakes, especially around the crotchal region.
That one right under the flute looks way too fucking happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is basically We're No Talent Hypocrites, the book.
What I don't
Sort
get
of,
is like, so wait a minute. So Mags is such a asshole, right? That she hates, quote, capitalism so much that she's willing to put together a story where kids want fucking meth.
Yeah.
Furries.
Also, they hate the corporations.
Yeah.
So what?
So we've learned multiple things.
Mm-hmm.
Meth is cool as long as you're smashing the capitalist patriarchy.
Well, wait. I need to know, who the fuck is this book for?
Nobody.
If it's got the fucking kids, right? Like, who did they
Piper.
even think about that?
Piper, who wrote the book?
Idiots, but I mean,
That's who it's for. The people that wrote the book.
This was literally them writing a book saying we are so cool.
It's them flexing how big brain they are.
Yeah, but remember, this book is supposed to single-handedly save comic book shops somehow.
Oh no, it's not going to save comic book shops. It's going to save exactly these ones that are listed under retailers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It's going to save 19 comic shops out of 2,500. FYI.
Wow. It's going to save 19.
It's not even going to save those. Nobody's going to buy that shit.
Yeah.
Nobody's this book is going to end up in a $1 bin that Raptro's going to pick up for lols.
Right? They don't have a target audience. This is inappropriate for kids. It's too stupid for teenagers and anybody more mature than that. So...
Let's see. There's a story where a band has to play for its life, or they die. A lesbian who bribes a guard by letting him fuck her. Into a tomb full of snakes.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's not for kids, but it's not for anybody with a brain, really. Like, who the fuck?
This is entirely for the people that wrote it.
Yep.
And it looks like out of everybody they pulled together, they got one good artist, a couple of decent ones.
There's a lot of like art that's reminiscent of like current Marvel comics, like really low quality shit. So obviously some people didn't care. There's some actually like interesting artistic choices in the earlier half of the book, outside of the really shit stuff.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like, you know, experimental shit in like the 70s and 80s.
Well, weren't we reading like who was on this book, and a lot of the artists were actually good artists, and we were like, oh, that sucks that they're gonna have to do art for these really sad, stupid stories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're also being paid peanuts for it because
and they're getting paid like $5.
Like
I think they put in about $5 of effort in here.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna do a thing here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just doing a color artist, by the way. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So 29 artists. That's the most expensive part of your book.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying the art in this book is really schizophrenic.
Not only that they had to split this up somehow from 43,000. I think it was like 40. How much money was it? Let me find out.
Also, remember they were underselling the book.
Mm-hmm. That was once again one of those prove a point that they can make it cheaper.
So let's see.
They made 33. I was way off. $33,877. Let's assume that these artists got a low end page rate of $50, and they all did. Let's just say on average they did 8 pages a piece. So let's see. Let me get my math out. Get my maths. Okay, so what I say was 29 artists.
Yep.
Times 8 equals 232. Okay. That's more pages than there's in the book. Wait a minute. Well, I was saying that was an average, though, right?
Some people got less pages. Yeah.
Yeah, some people had less pages. How many pages was 160?
160 or something.
167. Yeah. 167. Okay, so let's do this. 29 divided by. Oh, actually, I'm wrong. 167.
Well, 163 pages.
Oh yeah. Okay, you're right. Okay. 163 divided by. What did I say? 29.
Yeah.
So that's 5.6 pages. So let's say on average they did $50 per page, right? So that would be 29. Hold on. Clear it out. I hate this. 29
Enhance.
times 50.
Enhance.
Enhance.
Enhance. Oh, so it would be, we'll say 6 pages, just to average it out. 6 times 50 equals. So they were making $300 per page. No, I'm saying they made, each one of them made about $300 per. The artists, just the artists, right?
That's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, some of them it shows.
300 times 29. So that's $8,700 right there, just on art.
Ouch.
And like I said, I'm giving them a lower average because honestly, a good artist would make about like $200 to $300 a page.
Yeah.
You know.
So they got fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit losers.
So if I
Which
can do it-
honestly, though, means that I wouldn't judge the artist's capabilities by what's shown in this book, because
You know
they
what,
might only be doing what they're getting paid for.
You know what also probably happened? I bet they got the friend rate.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
The friend
definitely.
discount. You know.
You're also forgetting manufacturing costs.
Oh, I know. Dude, I was just figuring just the artists. Hey guys, this is Salamandroid.
Palette cleanser.
Just
so
want
if I
everybody
can
to
give
see this is Salamandroid. This is a this is a cover image for Cyberfrog. This is the cover image for Deadbeats. Yeah. That's yeah.
So, quick Rapture review of Deadbeats. Its art, tone, and pacing is very schizophrenic, like the trans people.
Like the what?
He did it again.
Yeah. It's like he's got information that'll lead to the arrest of Oh man, what a crapper.
I mean, we all knew it, and yet it still managed to freaking fuck me
Wow,
up.
Discord fucking cut me off.
Did
I
it
was gonna say, like, everything about the book is super schizophrenic, just like the trans people who write.
Oh.
And then Discord decides, oh, hey, you're not gonna have a connection for a second, bud. Fuck you, Discord. I'll come back.
Oh,
and say
you
it
mean
anyway."
you didn't do it on purpose?
That wasn't
this
a
time.
joke.
It worked out good.
They're paying the artist the Chinese slave wages rate. Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Rap True got yeeted by the Chi-Coms. Probably also true.
That wouldn't surprise me. There's a lot of them in my area, honestly.
Yeah.
Dude, fucking Chinese people, like actually mainland Chinese people buying land on the west coast, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's really bad in Toronto too. Greenland,
Imagine
all around the
BC.
Mediterranean. Not in Russia, oddly. Africa is getting portioned up and eaten by the Chinese.
Now, if you guys remember that 2 of their pledge goals was just like $1 pledge and thanks for the support, and then $3 for a bumper sticker. And finally at $5 you got the digital sampler. You didn't get the book, you got a sampler.
Oh yeah.
And
Well,
then,
that's enough to know that you didn't need the book.
then at $10 you got the digital, and then at $15 you got the deluxe digital. And at $25 you finally got the print edition. So they didn't really save any money.
Wow.
God.
They don't know. Oh my god.
No, they don't know anything. This is crap.
Maybe they actually took a fucking economics class. They'd know how money works.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what I'm saying. Like, not only do they not know how to write,
Yep.
it's questionable whether or not some of the artists know how to art. And fucking, and then they can't fucking Yeah, economics. God damn it.
I think
They
I think
can't bring.
ultimately, I think we could sum this book up as a bunch of people trying to flex how galaxy brain they are, and a bunch of artists. A couple of them took them for a ride.
Yeah. That's why. Why do you think I'm like ending? I'm going to end the show with Salamandroid on the front because I can't.
Yeah, well, Salamandroid isn't as good as Iguanatron.
It's true. I mean, you're not wrong there.
Iguanatron wins in a fight because Salamandroid shoots fire, but Iguanatron exceeds or exudes. Fuck. Excretes. Fuck.
Yeah.
I've been drinking this entire time.
I don't blame you.
After reading Deadbeats,
I need to go buy a drink.
Yes, after reading Deadbeats, I don't blame you for taking a drink.
Honestly, that Mags thing fucks me up even more than the fucking Ren thing because Mags has actually published comics. How have they gotten more than one comic out if that's the fucking extent of their writing?
She doesn't publish comics. She publishes Netflix TV pitches.
That's true.
And because did I tell you, Piper, that I almost got yeeted on Twitter because of that, because of Mags?
What?
Because I made the very true statement that Brian Visaggio never got anywhere in the comic book industry. Nobody gave a shit about Brian Visaggio. Right. Magdalene Visaggio, on the other hand, gets all the breaks.
Yep. Yeah, they probably got you for dead naming, even though you were talking about the past or whatever. Fucking.
I literally.
You technically were just talking about published authors.
Yeah.
That's true, because I have Andrew Jackson in Space, published by Brian Visaggio. A story that has, kind of cute art style and makes zero sense.
I looked in. Don't worry, Xavier. I looked into it. It's okay. Not nearly as ambitious as what we would like to do with Andrew Jackson.
Yeah. No, the second the pitch was, Andrew Jackson is a piece of shit because of what he did, blah, blah, blah. But that's also why he's not a president that you see in, like, stories, weird stories. So I decided to use this one, but he's going to be a piece of shit person even in the story. I was like, crap. But I wanted to give it a shot. It's an indie, and I do that. Well, I had money at the time. And I do that. So I did that, and the problem is it drops you into the middle of a story.
Huh.
It is published as a single, all-contained comic that you read feeling like you've missed multiple comics to get up to this point.
President Jackson.
Right, and at the end, there's no conclusion at the end. You're waiting for the next one. Like, okay,
Rocky
so
shit.
Yeah.
But it was supposed to be all self-contained. Like, no, that's not how you do that. You drop this in the middle of an adventure. We're supposed to know who all these other characters are. We don't.
Well, basically,
and then there's no conclusion. Nothing is concluded at the end.
That's why basically the story that Xavier and I have for Andrew Jackson is he's literally too angry to die.
Yeah.
And he's a badass.
So, fucking Goddess Mode does basically the exact same thing.
Oh yeah.
Does it really? It drops you into a story with no...
Oh yeah, I read the first issue, and it pretty much does that, yeah.
And then it has no conclusion because it got canceled.
Oh yeah, because literally no imprint to print it on.
Yep. And DC owns it.
Good job, Zoe. You did great. You failed upward.
So what is it with... They don't seem to have writing skills. It seems like they have ideas. But yeah, it's like
they
schizophrenic. Like, for real, it's like schizophrenic. They have ideas and they're like...
Piper, they have their
let's print this part of the idea.
They have their oppression points. That's what they have. They don't have skills.
I think you're being a little unfair to schizophrenic people. Manson has schizophrenia and he wrote Helter Skelter.
Got you there,
and
Piper.
I don't know how to put it because
It's just them. They're hacks. They're hack frogs.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say that they're like schizophrenic because that's just the way the story came across. Like Rapture said, they're just hacks. They're not good at what they do.
okay, yeah. No, that's how Andrew. And I'm like, how do you take something that sounded like a cool concept and then not give it a beginning or an end? And we're supposed to be entertained by this when we're like, okay, who are all these other people?
I think
Yes.
a bit of it can be like extrapolated from the fact that like, hey, these are people who just live completely uninteresting lives, and they have to do something wildly different with themselves to be somewhat of an interesting person. But that doesn't make you an interesting, like, creative person.
Yeah.
Because there are plenty of very creative trans people who go on to do very creative projects that are very. But then you have like this tier of people where it's like they use the fact that they're trans as like a stepping stool to get into higher tiers and viewed by more people and so on.
I mean, it's
like
literally, it's gotten to, I mean, they're literally telling you, they're basically telling you, hire me or you're a bigot.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, I'm
pretty sure some of them have flat out done exactly that.
Yeah. Hire me or you're a bigot. That's how it works, you know? I mean, I've seen Mags at conventions where she's trying to sell, what was that one, Kim and Kim?
Kate and Kate.
Kim and Kim.
Yeah, Kim and Kim.
Yeah,
she's trying to sell that, and she's got stacks and stacks that nobody's buying. Nobody's like lining up to like
Nobody's
meet her. You know, it's like,
they're all passing.
Well, it's that thing where it's like, if they had what Comicsgate kind of has, where it's like people making books for people, right?
Yeah.
Like boys making books for boys. If we're gonna do that. It is. We are making books for ourselves, things that I'm interested in, you're interested in. We're gonna do a good story. We're gonna have good.
Oh, you mean like The Gods Fear Me? Book 1?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I think also is intention is like, I want to write a story that I think is fucking awesome and it's great, and that's how we came up with the Presidents and the Midnight Cowboy. It's just an awesome story we think is awesome.
Yeah.
These guys are like,
who doesn't
want a story that,
okay, straight up. I'm just going to pitch this out to the, not giving away too much. Who the fuck out here that's listening right now does not want to see Andrew Jackson have a fist fight with cyborg Genghis Khan?
Right?
That's how you tell a story about Andrew Jackson.
What kills me honestly is Andrew Jackson in space was a really good concept. And when she was describing the story, when they were describing the story, aside from all the bullshit that they had to talk about Andrew Jackson, they were describing a story with a beginning. So apparently what everybody was supposed to do is listen to that specific interview so they could catch a summary of the beginning of the story, and then the book threw them into the middle of it. And I don't know if they were planning on publishing another one to finish the story, but it didn't happen.
Just got to say, Yellow Lantern said he would want to see that, but he said, I feel bad for Andrew Jackson. Don't. He's got it.
He's already dead.
No, he's too angry to die. Come on. Look, let me explain something to you, Yellow Lantern. Okay, let me explain something to you. Somebody tried once. This is real life. And this is how Xavier and I have spun this. One time, a guy tried to assassinate Andrew Jackson. He had 2 guns. He shot one, it didn't fire. He shot the other one, it didn't fire. Our reasoning is the bullets were too scared to leave the gun.
they then had to pull Andrew Jackson off to save the assassin's life because he was beating the shit out of him with his pimp cane.
This did happen, yes.
Cyborg
This is a thing that really happened.
Cyborg.
There's also one other circumstance that Andrew Jackson, he was actually in a duel. He got shot. He immediately returned fire and killed him with the one shot.
Yep. No. You missed the part there, Mike. You missed a small part. He got shot, and it was near his heart, right? And then he said, "I demand my return shot."
Don't move now. So you gotta stand there and let Andrew Jackson fucking kill you.
And he said
No,
the reason
you can stand there.
he knew the guy was a better shot than him, right? And so what Andrew Jackson did is he wore like a heavy coat. So hopefully the guy would like miss his heart. That was his whole thing. He said, if he could just miss my heart, I can kill him. That was his whole idea. I mean, there was jokes that said that like they thought like when Andrew Jackson walked, you could hear him rattling from all the shrapnel inside of him. If your shot, doesn't
I really think that you're right about saying that Mags just writes fucking TV
show
fucking
pitches, yeah.
pitches, because the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm like, maybe they thought that like a cute little intro was gonna play somehow before the comics started, that was gonna catch everyone up, like this is why he's in space and blah blah blah. And then but no.
One day we need to.
I was so baffled when I got that comic. I was like, this is a piece of a comic. What the fuck?
One night we should, Xavier. One night we should do a just a chill stream where we're all together and we kind of talk about some of the ideas we've come up with for the presidents.
Yeah.
Just to give the fans kind of an idea of like the crazy shit. Like basically, we draw from history, but then we go crazy with it. Right? So.
Speaking of drawing from history and going crazy in it, have you guys seen what Thomas Edison looks like in the Fate series?
Nope.
Oh God.
Do you have an image?
Yes. It's in Streamlink.
Is that the image?
What the hell?
That is Thomas Edison.
Is that for real?
Why is Thomas Edison a furry?
He's not a furry. He's actually a lion. He's a lion who made himself a man-suit body. And
so he is a reverse furry.
Who did this? Where did this come from?
This is from the Fate mobile game, Fate Grand Order.
Oh, okay.
This is an in-game sprite.
God, no,
Jesus.
why?
What?
Letting that son of a bitch have a fucking sprite, you fuckers! How dare you?
I hope he sees Edison. That was Edison.
Yeah, that's Edison.
So that's telephone.
Yeah,
right.
Telephone light bulb.
Telephone light bulb. Yeah, I like how he's got the.
Was Alexander Graham Bell.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I like how his pauldrons are fucking light bulbs. With filament, you can see the fucking filament.
Yeah.
Now, these things behind him, are they rainbow wings or are those just like in the background? Because
I think
those are rainbow wings. That's what you get when like he's like maxed out completely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, dude, there's some fucking crazy ones. Here is Irish legend Cool Cocaine or Cool Cocaine. Yeah, that's it. But this is the altered American version of him.
Mm-hmm. That's just
what?
Kukulane, he's basically Irish Hercules.
Yeah.
But
That looks very not Irish in the slightest.
But he's also a running joke in the Fate fandom in that no matter how amazing he is, he always loses fights.
isn't it,
that's how he was.
Isn't it pronounced Cucullin, by the way?
I don't fucking. I'm not Irish.
Pretty sure it's Cucullin. I've heard Cucullin is the.
Yeah, it's Cucullin.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's Geronimo.
That's Geronimo.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Geronimo.
All right.
He is a
okay.
caster. This is American cool.
Cucullin.
Fuck you. I'm not fucking bowing down.
Paul
to
Bunyan, they turned her into. Wow.
Oh God,
of course
Paul
they
Bunyan,
did.
Yes.
Of course they did.
Paul Bunyan is a big lolly.
Oh
She's
my God.
What?
Paul Bunyan is a chick
Here, I'll
and a
pull up
lolly.
the fucking.
Paula Bunyan.
I'm pulling it up.
This is why. See, I fucking hate this series. Fucking no.
That's
No,
Paul Bunyan.
Holy shit! What?
Look at her.
That's
Look.
that's.
Jesus fucking goddamn it!
That's
And that's our show.
yeah. Yeah, that's okay. Point of order. Where's Babe?
Yeah.
Okay.
How can you have
That
Paula
is-
Bunyan without Babe? Like,
Right.
So that is they are adding Babe to her 5-star whenever she gets one, because that's like when you summon her, she's maxed at 3 stars right now, but there will be a 5-star version later because mobile games.
yeah.
Fucking goddamn it, Japan.
Oh god, there's some they have turned.
So is she a giant lolly? Is that what I'm?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
she is huge.
What is this, Mike?
There was a manga that was kind of like
Fuck
that.
is that?
Oh, that's her.
Wait,
Super Dreadnought Girl.
her special move is called Marvelous Exploits. Exploits to be astonished by.
What?
Why does he have a chainsaw?
That,
That kind of defeats the purpose of Paul Bunyan.
Did they do Pecos Bill?
No. There have been very few American. Oh god. Like
American Legend.
myth. Yeah. Actually represented in.
I hear Pecos
Fake.
Bill, and I think about the little Disney short that they did. Pecos Bill. That was pretty good.
I remember Tall Tale, The Legend of Pecos Bill.
Mhm.
Where they had, John Henry and Paul Bunyan.
Mm-hmm.
And he was shooting off everyone's trigger fingers in every gunfight he got into.
Mm-hmm.
And he lassoed a tornado.
Yep.
All to help that kid solve his problems.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like you were unsure if they were really there or not, or if it was like sidekicks and it was all in this kid's head.
Like so much for ending on Iguanatron. Let me go back to
Iguanatron before we keep talking about fate.
yeah. Where is Iguanatron?
Still waiting on those robot toad drawings.
Yeah. I don't have Iguanatron up, so yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put up Robotoad instead of Iguanatron. Well, anyway, so yeah, that was tonight's episode. Deadbeats, don't buy it. What a bunch of crap.
Oh my god! Why would anybody in the first place?
Terrible crap. Anyway, so yeah, tune in tomorrow night. I talked to him earlier. Mike Murphy may join us tomorrow night.
Yeah, he's fun.
Yeah, he's gonna of course talk about the book, but he also wants to hang out and talk about subjects and stuff. So it'll be
Talk about subjects and stuff.
well. I mean, I'm sure he would have had something to say about this shit tonight, but
Like concepts and shit.
yeah. And
subjects.
he'll probably like come next week too. Just FYI, trying to get him on as much as possible so he can try to sell more books.
Yeah.
So, anyway, guys, appreciate you showing up. Fanfic ruins everything. Yes. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow night and take care. Peace.